like any other game. When do you kind of say, you know what, this isn't like any other game?
Anytime you play in the SEC. I mean, when you play in a conference game, like Coach always says, you lose one game, it's like losing two games because you lose the tiebreaker. So it kind of just magnifies, the emphasis on details and doing what you got to do to win the game.
What have you seen from their defense so far?
I mean, it's another SEC team. They playing good right now. They got a lot of, momentum built up. So we got to go into it and click on all cylinders.
What do you think about the comparisons that are made between Joe Burrow and Tua?
I mean, that's what the media is for. I mean, that has nothing to do with us. Outside factors they are always going to be, a part of anything you do. So we focus on ourselves and just let them play their football. We do ours.
Depending on like how close to 100% he's going to be, does that kind of put any more weight on the receivers to make sure whatever the ball comes their way, how quickly it comes their way, you get it and you make something of it?
I mean, yeah, but that's just our philosophy anyway. Because of the room we have, the playmakers we have, you got to make the most of your opportunities regardless of what it is. When the ball's coming your way, you got to make your play. So regardless of who's at quarterback, we got to make our plays.
You've been in a couple of these Alabama LSU games. Do you have a favorite memory of one of these games?
Probably the one-handed catch. I mean, that was something that kind of amazed a lot of people. So that'll probably be one of my top memories.
Do you have memories of like growing up watching it? Does anything stick out from the years before you got here?
I mean, not really. Just because of me growing up, I was never a real big football fan. I was always a basketball fan. So yeah, I watched the games, but I didn't pay attention to them or know much about what was going on.
It's not like you'll see him or anything, but there are reports that the president would come on campus to watch a football game, something that doesn't really happen very often. What does that mean to you, and what does that say?
It just shows the magnitude of, the type of game that this could be. Is top two teams in the country, SEC matchup, we're playing for more than just, a record. So it just shows the magnitude of the game and how big it is.
Very cool for you?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of people can, come out to see it, and just for him to even want to come to this game, it just shows, like I said, the magnitude of it.
Got quite a few guys on this team from Baton Rouge, including Christian Harris. What have you seen from him in practice this week as he's preparing for this?
I mean, with everybody, it's just a bigger focus on the details and make sure you get everything right. Make sure you know what type of things you're doing and what's on the game plan.
With these stakes, I mean, you said yourself, knowing there's been, or the playoff rankings are unveiled tonight. I know, obviously, Nick talks about rankings, trying not to pay attention to them, but there's been criticism about Alabama's schedule to this point. I guess, how do you respond to some of that, knowing that one game could make a big difference one way or the other?
I mean, with that, as players, we have no control over that. We don't make the schedule. We just play the games that's on it. So only thing that we can do to change that narrative is to play the best football we can, to try to prove to you guys that we are a top contender.
You were wearing a pink mouth guard. Was that for someone or anything?
My grandmother.
Can you tell us about her?
Yeah, she died of breast cancer my senior year of high school. That was my mom's mother, so I always wear pink, in October.
Anything else?
Is it crazy to see how Alabama and LSU's offenses have both kind of evolved and transformed over the years? I know you said you didn't watch a whole lot of football back then, but is that something that crosses your mind?
I mean, yeah, over time, things change, the schemes change, coaches change, players change. So the evolution is something that you expect, but just to see that, both offenses are rolling the way they are, it just shows you that the game can go anywhere at any time.
You've personally talked about the little mini competitiveness you have, or the other receivers have within the receiver room. Do you have a competitiveness with maybe other receiving groups across the country? Like LSU's gotten a lot of attention for their group as well. Is it something where you want to outshine them, outplay them on your side of it?
No, we just do our job. Like I said, we focus on us. We make our plays, and all the comparisons and all that right there. That's for the media.
Other schools have called themselves wide receiver U, DB U, linebacker U. What would you call Alabama?
Alabama. I mean, it is not much to say. We focus on the Alabama factor, and that's playing a physical brand of football and being relentless, playing for 4 quarters.
All right.
Thanks. Appreciate it.